the one tip that changes everything inside the golf swing is the transition, because your transition as you start that downswing position is going to be how you hit the ball and how you end up seeing the ball. And the most common problem that I encounter with golfers are golfers that have this tendency where they're trying to turn but they end up spinning out. And what spinning out really means is that if I drew a plane line here, I'm trying to swing this club up and down this plane line, and if I move this way, you see the way that all of a sudden I've got an issue, because my sort of right hip now is popping forward and it's making it difficult for my arms to move to the side of my body. So what I would try to encourage to reduce this from happening and becoming a real persistent problem is to use something like an alignment stick, right? So if I swing up towards the top of my backswing, instead of this idea that I'm going to start turning like so, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the sense that as I start my downswing, I'm going to momentarily keep a little bit more weight on this trial side. So I'm not going to hugely just shift off this side. I'm going to get the feeling that I'm going to keep a little bit more weight on that right side as I simultaneously get this feeling of pulling this left hip back, like so. So I swing up, like so. And then really, once you get used to that sort of idea, and you can see I'm doing it here as like a separational move, what you'll start to notice is if you're somebody who does this is going to give you a completely different perspective of the golf ball, which is why the idea of looking at the back of the golf ball make a lot of sense. And then as you're doing it, you can progressively get the feeling of shifting that weight pressure underneath that lead side. So you've really got a firm base to then push off coming in towards the downswing. But it is the key thing. It's the thing that really I work on day to day with golfers, is that transition. Because if you can understand how to start the downswing that way, it's going to mean that you can keep turning and drop the club nicely on the back of the golf ball.